worst people you ever met? Who are people that never refused to hear out the truth about that you gave them? Who are the people who, tell me about the story in a time that somebody has literally refused to believe the truth about you and I only want to believe a lie. Have you ever experienced that before? Are you going through that now? What did you do? I'm going to tell you about a time that happened to me. Story time, baby. Let's get to it. And I just want to give 2 examples of people I had to do the Heisman on. And these were the 2 worst people I ever met in my life. Guys, I have the most peaceful life ever. I can't speak for anybody else, but my family's perfect, especially my immediate family. There's no drama, there's no tension. I have a very peaceful life, and I'm just so thankful for that. Not everybody can say that, and not everybody has experienced that, especially in this world. So there's 2 people that are from my past that really scarred me. One actually happened recently when I made that video, used that block button. I didn't talk about her, but I'm going to talk about her now. So certain people, you don't need a part of your life, and this is one of them. And it's actually 3, because my ex is definitely on that level. So these are the 3 worst people I ever met in my life. All right, so one's Camille. I actually met her on a dating app on Tinder, and something told me not to talk to her, not to ever give her any time of day. But when me and my ex broke up, I was just at an awful state. So everybody calls it the whole phase. So I guess I kind of entered the whole phase first time in my life last year in 2018 after Monday, July 4th, 2018. So I met Camille on Tinder and we started talking. And long story short, I just knew that she had a fuse. I could tell she has a trigger. And when that trigger gets activated, she's going to be a completely different person. She's not a type of person that holds her emotions well. She's given to anger. And that's actually a scripture verse, guys. This is so powerful. She was given so much to anger that she didn't realize what she was doing. And I knew that was her trigger. And I knew that from the get-go when I met her. But I gave her a shot anyways. And this is what the Bible says, guys. Literally. So if you know a person like that that's hot-headed, hot-tempered, and they easily let anger get the best of them, guys, this is a warning by God, not by Sean. This is not me. This is the Bible, okay? It says, Proverbs 22:24-25. It says, make no friendship with a man given to anger, nor go with a wrathful man, lest you learn his ways and entangle yourself in a snare. Guys, what does that mean? Make no friendship or make any relationship, guys. That's a relationship given to anyone who has problem with anger. They have anger issues. Nor go with a wrathful man or woman anywhere that they're going. Why? Because you will learn his ways and hurt yourself, entangle yourself, get lost in yourself, in a snare, in a trap. You don't want that for your life. That's Proverbs 22:24-25, guys. So, man, this is what I did. So, I had to do the Heisman on her. But because I refused to do the Heisman at her, to her from the get-go, from the beginning, stuff started piling up. And this is what piled up. See, guys, I know I'm not the only guy to do this, so I'm just going to confess. So, on my Instagram page, I used to like a lot of, I won't say inappropriate pictures, but for a man of God, for a pastor, yes, this is inappropriate. So, and this is what happened. So, I was liking pictures of women in bikinis and some big booty women, big thighs, thick thighs, don't lie, some breasts and stuff. So I was liking pictures like that, right? And her ex, this is so bad, guys. Her ex used to do the same thing, except he had a social media manager and he had a team of people who is a group team that, used to retweet stuff that, it was a group chat, a direct message of people, whoever would post something said, guys, like these photos and comment so it can go to the higher platform and I get more likes and comments and stuff like that. So her ex was in a group like that retweeted and liked stuff that he posted, so they help each other grow. So he would claim to his Camille that, he she saw him liking inappropriate pictures. So first of all, why is she focused on that? I mean, that's another thing. Why are you looking at what other people like? Why? Anyways, she saw that she was stalked that hard, right? And so she kept on, coming at him like, why you keep on doing this? And he was like, well, the group's doing it, and we have to do it so I can get likes and I can support them so they can like my stuff. He felt like he had to do that, right? But my situation was different. I was just doing it just to do it, and so that's the only thing I was doing. This is when I was a virgin, guys. So she came at me and she told me, Sean, why are you doing this? Why the heck are you doing this? And she kept on saying it and treating me as if I was her ex. So, guys, a lot of times we haven't healed from our past hurt and our past situation. We carry that over into another relationship. You can't do that, guys. You can't. You got to take all things as being new. You can't treat people as if they're your ex or as if they're the friend that betrayed you. You got to move on. And you ain't been healed from your past hurt and your past life and whatever been going on that you scarred you. You can't move on. You can't love anybody else. You can't have another relationship because you're always going to be worried about that new person being like your other person. You're going to treat them as such. And that's another quote. Let's see if I remember. It says most relationships fail because people try to twist their own insecurities, their problems, their flaws on other people. So most relationships fail because people try to twist their own insecurities and flaws and put them on other people. That's what she did with me. And guys, I told her when she first said anything, I said, this is my sin. You found out my weakness. Because remember, guys, I was a virgin. So how do I get by being a virgin at the age of 26? Masturbation, obviously. Obviously. I mean, I know that's too much information. But hey, I'm being real. I'm a very vulnerable person. So she kept on talking about that as if I was her ex. So she was going off on me. And guys, granted, I only knew her for 3 weeks, maybe a month. And she was already treating me as if we were in a relationship. And so she was giving me a hard time. Like, why are you doing this? Why the heck are you doing this? Like, how could you? And she was saying like stuff like, on my Instagram page, I'm very modest and I'm sexy and see, insecurity, right? So she would say stuff like that. Like, why are you liking these pictures of women who post biblical stuff and stuff like that, but they're showing off their bodies and everything? Like, why? Why? I don't do that. See, insecurities. So relationships fail because most people try to twist their insecurities and flaws on other people. So I'm going to look up that quote. What is it? Yeah, here it is. Relationships fail because people take their own insecurities and try to twist them into their partner's flaws. And so that's what she did with me. Like, this is an insecurity she had, and she tried to twist it on my flaw. This is my weakness. I love women. I want sex with all the women in the world, but I'm a pastor. I'm trained to be a pastor. I will be. I am preaching. I can't live and do what the world does. And this is for every Christian. Every Christian cannot live and do what the world does. If you're a homosexual, you can't be homosexual. If you're a player and you want to have all the women in the world and you love women like me, you can't have it. Because you got to follow Christ. You got to live a holy and righteous life. You got to follow what the Bible says so you can not just experience the blessing to be a living testimony and example to other people, but so you can reach the lost and help them from their sins that's taking them out and keeping them from looking to God and being all that God called them to be. I keep on going, but that's why relationships fail. So this is the type of person I had to do the Heisman on because she refused to listen to what I was trying to say. I told her I would never like another picture. And not like that of a bootylicious woman with thick thighs that don't lie and breasts and that was fine. I said I would never, ever, 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 ever like another picture of a woman doing that. And you know what? She didn't believe me. So because she didn't believe me, she just kept on, yeah. That's all she did. She refused to hear me out. And guys, I stopped messaging her as soon as she, did that. And this was on a Tuesday. I can't remember the date, but it was in September. And I just stopped texting her. And then she kept on blowing up my phone. And she's not a texter. She's a voice messenger. So she kept on sending me voice messages. And guys, she blew up my phone like with 95 voice messages. Am I going to listen to those like from a toxic person, from a negative person, a person that only brought drama into my life? Am I gonna listen to those voice messages? You dang Skippy, I'm not. Like, I didn't listen to a single one. And so then she messaged me. She kept on doing it until Thursday. She said, "Look, can you please talk to me? Like, can you please?" So she acted all innocent, and righteous. She said, "I just want to talk. Like, I want to work this out." And I said, "Okay, cool, bet." So I talked to her. I knew I should have never talked to her. I knew I should have never gave her time of day. And you know what she did, guys? I'm gonna let you guess. She did the same thing. She took, all I wanted was peace. All I wanted was us to work out. All I wanted was to get back on solid ground with her. All I wanted, I wanted to continue things, but honestly, like, I even told her, and this is probably what ticked her off. I said, some people just aren't your people. Some people just they can't go with you. Some people just aren't going to ever understand or listen to what you're saying. And she didn't listen to a single thing I said. I told her I'll never like another Instagram picture like that, and I haven't. I still haven't. And we're all the way in, we're almost in 2020, and I haven't liked another Instagram picture like that. I haven't even looked at them. But she didn't believe me. She let her insecurities, relationships fail because people take their own insecurities and try and twist them into their partner's flaws. That's what she did with me. So that's the type of person I had to do the Heisman on. Let's give you another incident, man. This was actually way before Camille. And it was with Jasmine Sierra Parham at Tennessee State University. Long story short, she's in the master's program at TSU with me. I wasn't in the master's program. I was in undergrad. But she was in a computer science program with me. And I'm in undergrad. I know way more programming than she does. She was a mathematical major. And she took on computer science because Dr. Segman, our chairman in our department, talked her into it. And anyways, she was in Python programming class with me. So Python programming, guys. She didn't know anything about programming, so she needed help. So I helped her a lot. And she was cute. She had a gap in her teeth. Oh, so fine, so fine. Anyways, so fine she blew my mind. But anyways, we would always hang out, in her car and just on campus, go to lunch and dinner. She'd take me out. And this was when Sean was carless. So I didn't get a car until I was 23. You want to know why? Because I had to pay for my own car. Not only that, I had to pay for my own car, guys. I worked for my own car. Everybody else they have their parents and mommy and daddy pay for their stuff. Me, no, I had to work to get my stuff. But anyways, so she was driving us around the places. So this is when Sean was a scrub like TLC used to sing, scrub. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is the one who can't get no love from me, sitting on the passenger side of his best friend's ride trying to holler at me. I was a scrub, guys. But she wanted me. So what can I do? What can I do? So I had that Mac game still, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know. But this is when I was naive. I didn't know women were interested in me. I thought I was ugly. I was real insecure about myself. But I've always had women. I just never knew. I never knew they wanted me. But she wanted me. But anyways, one day at the end of the semester, actually it was the end of the semester. It was like the day before the final exam. She has a lot of issues. She's hot-tempered as well, guys. This is another issue with somebody who's hot-tempered. So I wonder if the girl who messaged me on Twitter, is your best friend hot-tempered at all? Is she hot-tempered? Because it probably has to do with this as well. So just like Camille, she was hot-tempered. So Jasmine, instead of talking to me about the situation, she just accused me. So there was a guy in my computer science program named Philip. This guy was so cute. He had the longest, and I'm not gay at all. A man can acknowledge if another man's not ugly, right? So he was real nerdy. His neck super long like a giraffe. It was so cute. And he used to wear his dad's clothing, so his suits were always way bigger than him. He had a long neck, super skinny. So the suit would just swallow him basically. But he was adorable. He had glasses and everything. So super nerdy. Y'all seen cute nerds before, right? I'm probably a cute nerd or somebody, but anyways. I always wanted to hang out with him more. Like, that's somebody I always wanted to hang out more with in the computer science program that I didn't get to hang out with a lot because we were always studying, we were always grinding. And, so he's a super smart guy, intelligent. I love just talking to him about, most time when we talk, it was always about programming, the homework assignments, helping out each other with the questions that we figured out that the other person didn't. So it was always stuff like that, right? We never talked about personal stuff. We wanted to, but we just never did. We never had the time, we were always grinding. So Camille texted me the day before, not Camille. Jasmine texted me the day before the final exam. She told me, Sean, why are you telling Philip all my business? Why are you telling him all personal stuff about me? Why are you portraying my trust? I trust you. And you're trying to be a pastor, so why would you tell people about me and what I go through and everything I told you? I trust you. You know I don't tell nobody nothing. And you told Philip anything. See, guys, hot temper person. Let me throw out some more scripture verses for hot temper people. All right, guys, so a few scripture verses on anger. Okay, you ready? Let's do this. All right, so this is what God said. This is not what Sean says, okay? This is what God says, okay? All right, so Proverbs 29:11, it says, a fool gives full vent to his spirit, but a wise man quietly holds it back. See, one thing Jasmine did was just message me instantly and assumed I talked about her to Philip. Guys, I put it on God. I put it on everything. And I'm a very vulnerable and honest person. I'm telling you about all my business, guys. All my business. Guys, I never have ever talked about Jasmine in front of everybody. In front of anybody. Especially Philip. I never have in my life. Ever. And she accused me of talking about her. Telling lies about her. Just always bringing up her to Philip. Because she said Philip told her that, a few things about her that only I know. I have never, ever told anything. Like, I never even talked about her with Philip. But she refused to listen to me. See, guys, a fool gives full vent to his spirit, but a wise man quietly holds it back. See, a wise person would try to get understanding, would try to hear out another person instead of trying to vent out their rage, their anger. Instead of trying to let their emotions get the best of them, like Camille and Jasmine. They both did this to me. These are the worst people I ever met in my life, I ever had in my life. And that's kind of what ticked off Camille. When I told her, she told me too. Like, guys, this is another example, all right? Camille told me that all she ever has faced with men is just stupid men. She said that she is always arguing with men, always having tension and drama. She just felt like men are stupid, And Camilla, she even told me how to be a man. She said a man would do this and that. A man doesn't act like this. And the thing about it is she never had a man in her life to begin with. Her dad has never been a part of her life. And not only that, she never had a man in the household. It's always been just her and her mom. So how could she know what a man does? And so this is what a fool gives full vent to their spirit without having understanding, without holding back their emotions, without trying to analyze and observe the situation before speaking, without getting understanding and wisdom. They just heart their foolishness. They just heart their ignorance. They just say things that they think instead of getting all the facts. Do you have people like that in your lives? These are the type of people you do the Heisman on. These are the type of people you don't need a part of your life. You need to avoid. They're toxic. And when you go to the wrong places and you pursue the wrong things in the wrong places, you get toxic things. Like I was saying, I was using dating apps. That's what happens. And with Jasmine, Jasmine looked like such an angel, guys. Oh my gosh, guys, y'all feel my pain. Some people just look so beautiful and innocent and just so amazing. I mean, some men look like that to women, because I'm not attracted to men. But women, oh my gosh, they look beautiful. There's some beautiful women out there, and they look so innocent. They look like angels. They look like they won't hurt a fly. But they're the worst people you'll ever meet. They're ugly people. Like, in the inside, their soul is the ugliest soul you'll ever encounter in life. And this is what I experienced, guys. So, you can't assume stuff from other people, but that's beside the point. Let's go to some more scripture verses. So, whoever is slow to anger has great understanding, but he who has a hasty temper exalts folly. That's Proverbs 14:29. So, like I said, that backs up what I said. Whoever is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he who rules his spirit than he who takes a city. So, one man who takes a city. Oh my gosh, that's the power you have when you hold back your anger, when you hold back your emotion, and you analyze and you observe the situation. But those women in my life didn't do that. Instead, they assumed. They vented. They foolishly acted on me instead of trying to get understanding. And guys, y'all have friends like that. Y'all got family members like that. Y'all got people you encounter like that on a daily basis. Those type of people you do the Heisman on. Those type of people you avoid. This is what I'm talking about, right? So let's end it off. Know this, my beloved brothers. Oh, that was in Proverbs 16:32, but James 1:19 says, know this, my brothers, let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. Guys, you got to listen first. Quick to hear. God said be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger. Those are the steps. You got to listen. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Do the math. Do the math. 2 ears and 1 mouth. You need to listen more than you talk. You need to observe more than you criticize. You need to be slow to open your mouth to make sure what you're saying is correct. Because you listen and observed. And when you do those things, then you have the right to be angry. But if you haven't do those 2 steps, don't you dare be angry with somebody. Because you don't know. You don't know. And so, guys, this is what I'm saying. Those are 2 analogies. Storytelling time. What's up? This is going on a storytelling playlist. This is going, and I'm about to spit that fire playlist. This is going, yeah. It ties in again with friends, who you're becoming, and whatever the title is of the other video I did, I'm wearing this. So just look at those videos, guys. Look at those videos for me. It's going to be in the card. It's going to be at the end of the video. It's going to be in the video description. But if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, my podcast. Please like this video. Please share this video to anybody it's going to benefit. But guys, like certain people you need to avoid. Certain people can't go where you're going. And I didn't even finish off the story. Jasmine, she, man, I still remember going to that final exam. She sent me that text message, and I tried my best to tell her that I never spoke to Philip about her ever. I never have. I promise I haven't. And she refused to believe me. She refused to hear me out. She refused to just acknowledge what I was saying, which same thing Camille did. And this was the first person I ever met like that, because this was during college when I was 22, 23. So I had to do the Heisman on her. I had to move on. I had to keep on running. I couldn't run with her no more. She didn't want to. She just, some people are just going to believe lies about you. Some people are just going to see you a certain way. And if you have to prove yourself to other people, those aren't your people. And so she wasn't I wanted to be with her so bad. She was so fine. But some people can't go where God's about to take you. It's okay. Some people just not going to believe the truth about you. They want to believe lies. Why? Because they're insecurities and they're flaws, like I've been trying to say. Because they got so much hurt in their lives, they just want to keep on hurting. They just want to wallow in their hurt. And like a pig, like I've been trying to say, guys, like pig snot and pearls, you don't give pearls to a pig. All they're going to do is wallow in it. You don't put a nose ring on a pig, it ain't going to do nothing. So guys, like, this is the whole point of this video, guys. Like, with Jasmine, it's so sad. I still remember going to that final exam. And she was in the room, I'm in the room, and she just was so ugly towards me. She just had so much hatred and so angry towards me. And, I told her, too, before I texted her, I said, this is my last text message I'm ever going to send you. Because you refuse to listen to me. You refuse to hear me out. You refuse to see the situation for what it really is. You just want to believe what you're going to believe. So if I have to prove myself to somebody, the only person I got to prove myself to is God. I don't got to prove myself to any man or anybody else. And that's the same thing for you guys. So, yeah, she wanted me to just be on her jock and just really, really, beg for her mercy and stuff like that. Like, no. You don't got to do that with anybody. So I told her, this is our last time talking. You can believe a lie about me all you want. All the rest of this life. It's cool. Because the truth will come out. Just like God promised in his word. The truth, everything will come to light. Everything will be revealed. Especially when you're burning in hell. Especially, I'm not saying she's going to burn in hell. But especially when the end time comes. And we're all in glory for all eternity. Whether you're in heaven or hell, the truth's going to be known. And I did not ever talk about Jasmine Sierra Parham to Philip Valentine, ever. But she refused to believe me. Just like Camille, she refused to believe and see me not as her ex. And these were 2 women that were just the ugliest women I ever met. like I wanted things to work out. Not really with Camille, I didn't care. But with Jasmine especially, I really wanted things to work out with her. And she was older. She's at least 5 years older than me. So I was 23, she was like 29, 28. Oh my gosh, guys. A young guy and an older girl. Doesn't get better than that. But anyways. Yeah, that's the video, guys, I don't know what I'm going to call this video. I guess it's story time. Of when to do the Heisman. But that's what happened. That's two people I had to cut off from my life. And sometimes you have no choice because they put you in that boat to cut them off. And no matter what you say, no matter what you do, no matter what story you tell, they will never see the truth. They don't want to see the truth because of their insecurities and their flaws. All right? So, guys, just remember that quote I gave you guys. Most relationships fail because people try to take their own insecurities and twist them and turn them into their partner's flaws. So that's the quote. I guess it's a quote every day, too. This is another, playlist. Check out that one, too. But this is my YouTube channel. This is my podcast. I'm Sean Christopher Jenkins, a.k.a. Dr. J. Welcome back to Upload Past Crossroads, man. Thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning in. Please like this video, share this video, comment. Let me know your story, man. Have you ever